Have you ever felt like life was silently testing you, only to prepare you for a moment of true awakening? If you're a Leo, hear me loud and clear. April 28, 2025 is not just another day. It's the cosmic turning point your soul has been waiting for. Astrologers, ancient monks, even Nostradamus predicted that around this time the universe would open a rare gateway, one where destiny, karma, and abundance align. But here's the truth. The door can open. Only you can step through. Today I'll reveal 6 sacred numbers tied directly to this powerful energy shift designed to ignite your financial flow, spiritual strength, and personal destiny. Before we dive deep, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any new content filled with ancient wisdom and practical transformation tips. And here's a simple but powerful start. Comment below, "I am ready to claim my destiny." By doing that, you're not just typing words. You're setting a clear, energetic signal to the universe. I'm ready. Let's step into the light together. Part 1. Number 1. The courage to begin, even before you're ready. In numerology, the number 1 is not just a digit. It's a declaration. It stands for beginnings, individuality, leadership, and most importantly, the courage to move forward before certainty arrives. In Buddhist teachings, this idea is mirrored beautifully. The Buddha taught that clinging to perfect conditions delays the journey to awakening. Instead, enlightenment begins the moment we choose to step forward, despite fear, despite doubts, despite the unfinished story. Think about it. The lotus doesn't wait for the swamp to clear before it blooms. It rises through the mud as it is messy, imperfect, but unstoppable. In life, the number 1 doesn't promise you a perfectly paved road. It promises you the inner fire needed to take the first step, even when the rest of the path is hidden in mist. Let me tell you about someone I'll call Alexandra. She wasn't famous, rich, or even sure of herself. She worked a tedious office job in Portland, Oregon, always dreaming of creating a cozy cafe where people could read, paint, and connect. But every time the dream surfaced, fear spoke louder. You don't have enough money. You don't know how to run a business. What if no one shows up? One rainy afternoon, while walking home under a bridge covered in street art, she had a moment of clarity. Waiting for the perfect time was killing her dream. So she started small. She rented a tiny abandoned garage by the bridge, cleaned it up with friends, bought second-hand furniture, and brewed coffee herself. No website, no marketing team, no guarantees. She simply began. Today. The Bridge Cafe is a thriving hub of creativity, featured in magazines for its authentic spirit. Not because Alexandra had a master plan, but because she dared to answer when life whispered, "Begin what this means for you." Leo, if you're waiting for the perfect plan, the perfect partner, the perfect moment, stop. You don't need perfect conditions. You are the condition that the universe has been waiting for. Number 1 reminds you, the beginning itself is the magic. You become ready by beginning. Not before today. Leo, write down this mantra and say it aloud every morning. I am strong enough to begin before I feel ready, and then act. Send the message. Apply for the opportunity. Make the phone call. Start the project. Don't wait for a green light from the outside. You are the green light. And the moment you move, the universe moves with you. Part 2, number 8. True wealth comes from inner power, not external fame. In numerology, the number 8 is the symbol of infinite abundance, strength, and mastery. But here's a truth often missed. Real abundance doesn't come from what others see. It comes from what you know, inside. In Buddhist philosophy, wealth is not measured by possessions, but by freedom from craving. It's the deep-rooted security that comes from within, not the fleeting applause from outside. At its highest vibration, the number 8 teaches us external success without internal stability is like a castle built on sand. It looks impressive, but one strong wave and it crumbles. Let me tell you about Maya, a woman who once had everything society applauds. At just 34, she owned a luxury fashion brand in New York, had over 200,000 followers on Instagram, and was a frequent guest at elite events. Everyone envied her life, but inside she felt hollow. Every success was quickly replaced by the fear of losing it. Every award became another chain, not freedom. Then one night after a glamorous party, she sat alone in her apartment and asked herself, if I lose it all tomorrow, would I still know who I am? The answer terrified her. Over the next 2 years, Maya did the unthinkable. She sold her company, vanished from social media, and moved to a small town in Oregon. There she started a new project, teaching young girls about entrepreneurship, not fashion. No paparazzi, no red carpets, no applause, just quiet, steady joy. And funny enough, that's when true wealth found her. Grants, collaborations, community love, all flowed effortlessly because she was no longer chasing fame. She was living her truth. What this means for you, Leo, your natural charisma can attract attention easily. But number 8 invites you to a deeper game. Don't build your identity on the need to be seen. Build it on the unshakable truth of who you are. Ask yourself today, would I still shine if no one was watching? Because the moment you stop seeking validation and start embodying your truth, abundance will chase you. Financial success, influence, prosperity, all will come. Not because you're loud, but because your energy is undeniable. Write this affirmation somewhere, you'll see it daily. I am the source of my own abundance. I am rooted. I am enough. Remember, Leo, it's not the applause that makes you great. It's the steady, glowing fire inside you that can never be extinguished. Own that fire and watch how everything you once chased starts chasing you instead. Part 3, number 9, the graceful art of letting go. In numerology, the number 9 represents completion, wisdom, and release. It's the final step before a new cycle can begin. It's not an ending to fear. It's an invitation to evolve. In Buddhist teachings, the practice of letting go is seen as one of the highest forms of spiritual maturity. Nothing is permanent. Everything changes. And clinging to success, identity, relationships, pride only creates suffering. The lotus blooms because it lets go of the muddy waters below. The caterpillar becomes a butterfly because it lets go of its old form. And you, Leo, are being called now to let go of what no longer serves your light. Let me tell you about Ethan, a Leo from San Diego. For 15 years, Ethan built a thriving career as an architect. Awards, promotions, prestige. He had it all. But inside, a quiet voice grew louder. This isn't who you are anymore. At first, he ignored it. How could he walk away from everything he had built? Wouldn't that mean he failed? But as months turned into years, he felt himself growing restless, disconnected, even depressed. He realized he wasn't living. He was just maintaining an image. One evening, after sitting in meditation, Ethan made a radical decision. He walked away. He left behind the corporate ladder, the awards, the title he sold his luxury apartment, and he moved to a small town in Montana to pursue something that had always called to him, quietly woodworking. Today, Ethan is a master craftsman. He designs custom pieces that tell stories. He earns less in dollars but more in joy, meaning, and peace. And he often says, letting go didn't destroy me. It saved me. What this means for you, Leo. Leo, you are strong, you are loyal. But sometimes your greatest strength, your refusal to quit, can turn into your biggest trap. Number 9 is asking you, What are you still holding on to that no longer holds you? Maybe it's an old dream that doesn't fit your spirit anymore. Maybe it's a title, a role, or even a relationship that feels more like a prison than a home. Letting go is not giving up. It's growing up, it's saying, I honor what has brought me here, but I trust there's something greater ahead. Today, write this affirmation and keep it close to your heart. I release with love. I trust the path unfolding for me. Remember, Leo, you are not what you leave behind. You are everything you are becoming. The light you carry is not tied to the past. It's recreated brighter, freer, and more magnificent every time you dare to let go. Part 4, number 11, Awakening the Soul's True Mission. In numerology, the number 11 is called a master number, a symbol of intuition, inspiration, and spiritual awakening. It doesn't just represent success in the outer world. It calls you to something much deeper, your soul's true mission. In Buddhist wisdom, we learn that true happiness doesn't come from achievement alone. It comes from living in alignment with your dharma, your deeper purpose, beyond status, wealth, or external approval. The number 11 is not about following a path society expects of you. It's about stepping into the unique light you were born to radiate, even if no one else understands it yet. Let me tell you about Lila, a Leo who spent years building a career as a corporate executive. She checked all the boxes: high salary, prestigious title, admiration from peers. But late at night, in the quiet moments, she felt empty. Deep down, she knew she wasn't living her true calling. Since childhood, she had dreamed of working with animals, helping rescue and rehabilitate them. But she always pushed it aside, telling herself it was impractical or too late. Until one day after a meditation retreat, something shifted. She realized success without meaning is just a gilded cage. So Lila walked away. She left the corporate skyscrapers and opened a small animal sanctuary. At first, people thought she was crazy. She had no formal training, no big donors, no guarantees. But what she had was faith, and step by step, the sanctuary grew. Today, Lila's sanctuary saves hundreds of animals each year, and she's never felt more alive, more fulfilled, more truly successful. Not because she followed the crowd, but because she answered the silent call within her soul. What this means for you, Loleo, you were not born just to impress. You were born to inspire. Number 11 is knocking on your door now, asking, are you ready to live for something bigger than approval? You might already feel it, a quiet yearning, a tug on your heart, a dream you've buried because it felt too risky or unrealistic. But know this, the dreams planted inside you were not random. They are your map, waiting for you to trust them. Today, take a small but bold step. Write down one vision that has been quietly calling you. It doesn't matter how wild, impractical, or distant it seems. Write it, own it, speak it, then act, even if it's just one tiny action, one email, one call, one conversation. Affirm to yourself daily, I trust my soul's calling. I am ready to live my true mission. Because when you step into the light of your authentic path, Leo, you don't just change your own life, you ignite the world around you. The universe doesn't reward hesitation. It rewards alignment. And number 11 is your sign that your real journey, the one your soul came here to live, is ready to begin. Part 5, number 3, the power of speaking. Your truth. In numerology, the number 3 is the heartbeat of expression and creativity and authentic communication. It carries the energy of the storyteller, the poet, the artist, those who move the world not through force, but through truth, spoken from the heart. In Buddhist teachings, words are seen as powerful seeds. They can sow connection, or division, healing, or harm. When your voice aligns with your soul, It becomes a bridge linking your inner light to the outer world. Number 3 calls you now to stop hiding the most beautiful parts of yourself behind silence or self-doubt. It asks you to speak not for validation, but for liberation. Let me introduce you to Jonah, a Leo who once worked behind the scenes in a small tech company. For years, Jonah felt invisible. He had ideas, visions, and a deep passion for helping others. But fear always kept his voice locked inside. He thought, who am I to speak up? What if my words aren't good enough? But during a local community event, Jonah was asked almost by accident to share a few words about a charity project he supported. Terrified, but knowing something bigger was at stake, he said yes. That night, standing nervously before a small crowd, Jonah spoke not with polished perfection, but with raw, unfiltered heart. And something incredible happened. People listened. They leaned in. They felt him. One speech led to another. Soon Jonah was leading workshops, inspiring youth groups, raising thousands for causes he believed in. Today, Jonah is known not just as a speaker, but as a soul igniter. He didn't wait until he felt ready. He spoke his truth, and the universe opened doors he never imagined. What this means for you, Leo, your voice is not just a tool, it's a gift. Number 3 is urging you. What truths are you carrying inside that the world desperately needs to hear? Maybe it's a story of resilience. Maybe it's a dream you've been too shy to share. Maybe it's wisdom gained through silent battles no one knows about. Whatever it is, it's time. Today, make a commitment. Write a message. Start a conversation. Share a piece of your heart even if it feels vulnerable. Not to impress, not to persuade, but simply to express. And if fear whispers, what if no one cares? Remind yourself, your truth is never wasted. Every word you speak in authenticity echoes in the universe and finds its way to the hearts that need it most. Affirm this daily. My voice matters. My truth inspires. I choose to express freely and fearlessly. Because when you dare to speak your soul, Leo, you don't just inspire others. You awaken the deepest, most powerful version of yourself. And the world is waiting to hear it. Art. Tasks. Number 4. Building a foundation that will never break again. In numerology, the number 4 symbolizes stability, structure, and unwavering strength. It's the energy of the builder, the one who doesn't just dream, but lays every brick with patience and care. In Buddhist teachings, the 4 noble truths form the bedrock of all wisdom. Without understanding suffering, its causes, and the path to liberation, true peace is impossible. Likewise, in life without a solid foundation, no success can last, no matter how bright it may look from the outside. Number 4 reminds you, lasting greatness isn't built on excitement, it's built on commitment. Let me tell you about Naomi, a Leo who once had what everyone around her envied: a booming fitness business, a polished brand, a massive social media following. But behind the scenes, it was chaos. No clear systems, no real team. Everything rested on Naomi running faster, working harder, pushing longer. And then one day her body said, "Enough!" A health scare forced her to shut everything down. In the silence that followed, Naomi realized she had built an empire on sand. It was heartbreaking, it was humbling, but it was also her salvation. This time, Naomi rebuilt differently. She hired carefully. She created processes, boundaries, and real support. She focused not just on building up, but on building deep. And what rose from that new foundation was stronger, steadier, and more soul-aligned than anything she had before. What this means for you, Leo, your natural gift is to inspire, to lead, to dazzle. But even the brightest flame needs a solid vessel to keep burning. Strong number 4 asks you, where in your life have you built too quickly and too thin? Where do you need to slow down and lay real roots? It could be your finances, your health, your relationships, your inner peace. Whatever it is, this is the moment to fortify it, not out of fear but out of love for your future self. Today, take one powerful action. Review your foundations. Strengthen what feels shaky. Build systems, habits, and connections that support the real you. And most importantly, repeat this daily. I build my life on truth, trust, and timeless strength. Because Leo castles built for show will fall, but structures built on soul, on patience, integrity, and care will stand for generations. You're not just creating success for now, you're creating a legacy, and that kind of power cannot be shaken. Part 7. Lessons from the 6 sacred numbers. How they intertwine to shape your destiny. Each number we explored, 1, 8, 9, 11, 3, and 4, carries a powerful lesson. But the true magic isn't in understanding them individually. The real transformation happens when you see how they intertwine, like threads weaving a magnificent tapestry, the unique design of your destiny. Number 1. The spark of courage. It all begins with the first step. The number 1 reminds you that perfection is not the prerequisite for progress. It's your willingness to move, even when you're scared, that unlocks the unseen doors of possibility. Without that first step, destiny remains a beautiful dream. With it, destiny becomes your living reality. Number 8. The power within, once you begin. Number 8 teaches you not to measure your worth by the world's applause. True wealth comes when you stop chasing approval and start living from inner abundance. You realize you are the source, not the seeker. Number 9. The art of release. As you build, number 9 appears whispering that not everything or everyone can come with you into the next chapter. Letting go isn't a loss, it's an upgrade. By releasing the old, you create sacred space for the new to arrive. Number 11. The awakening of purpose. With space cleared, number 11 calls you higher beyond goals, beyond survival. It invites you to align with your soul's true mission to live not just for success, but for significance. It's not about doing more. It's about becoming more of who you really are. Number 3. The voice of truth. As you awaken, number 3 reminds you your voice is needed. Natra! Not the polished, filtered version, but the real, unfiltered truth only you can share. By speaking authentically, you don't just express you, inspire you, heal you, awaken. Number 4, the foundation of forever. And finally, number 4 grounds it all. Dreams need discipline, visions need structure, energy needs a vessel. Building strong, patient foundations ensures that the empire you create in your heart, your finances, your relationships is not temporary, but timeless. The sacred dance of destiny. Put together, these numbers don't just teach, they transform. They guide you through a living process. Begin. Empower yourself. Release what's outdated. Awaken to your purpose. Speak your truth. Build your legacy. This is the soul architecture of your true destiny. Leo, affirm this today. Every step, every choice, every number leads me closer to my highest, truest life. Because when you live in harmony with these sacred energies, you don't just attract success, you become success itself. And the world is waiting for you to step fully into that light. Part 8. Daily rituals to activate your lucky numbers. Knowing your lucky numbers is powerful, but living them daily is what transforms knowledge into true magic. Each number carries a frequency, a silent energy signature. When you align your habits with these energies, You invite their blessings into every corner of your life. Here's how to activate your 6 sacred numbers gently, consistently, and powerfully. Morning ritual. Set your intention with number 1. Upon waking, take a moment to declare, I have the courage to begin today, even if I don't feel fully ready. Choose one action, however small, that moves you closer to a dream. This honors the spirit of number 1, bold beginnings. Midday ritual. Embody inner wealth with number 8. Around lunchtime, pause. Write down 3 ways you already possess abundance. Today are your health, your skills, your relationships. Feel gratitude for them, anchoring the spirit of number 8, true wealth within evening reflection. Release with number 9. Before bed, light a candle or sit quietly. Ask yourself, what did I cling to today that I can now release? Mentally or verbally, let it go. This is your daily act of honoring number 9. Graceful endings, weekly practice. Align to your mission with number 11. Once a week, schedule a soul session. Journal for 20 minutes answering, what would I create if I feared nothing? Let your highest visions rise without judgment. This nourishes number 11, your soul's deeper calling. Expression habit. Speak your truth with number 3. Each day find one authentic thing to say, even if it feels vulnerable. Compliment someone sincerely. Share a piece of your journey online. Express your ideas at work. This daily practice honors number 3, your authentic voice. Foundation building, Graceful, with number 4. Pick one area of your life each week. Health, finances, relationships, career, and build one small practical system. It could be starting a savings plan, meal, prepping, setting a boundary, or cleaning your workspace. These small acts strengthen your foundation. Embodying number 4, why these rituals matter. Rituals aren't magic spells. They are magnets attracting more of what you consistently honor. Each tiny action whispers to the universe, I'm serious about my evolution. I am ready for more. Over time, these small daily practices create massive shifts. Not because you forced them, but because you became the living embodiment of your numbers. Affirm this daily. Through simple sacred actions, I activate my destiny. Leo, remember, you don't chase transformation. You become it, moment by moment, choice by choice, Leo. You didn't come this far just to shine for a moment. You came to illuminate generations. Today you hold in your hands more than 6 lucky numbers. You hold 6 sacred keys. Keys that unlock the courage to begin the strength, to build the wisdom, to release the boldness, to express the clarity to awaken, and the foundation to rise, unshakable. Every struggle you've endured, every quiet battle, no one saw it all led you right here. To this exact moment where destiny no longer whispers, it calls your name out loud. The universe isn't asking you to be perfect. It's asking you to be willing to start to trust, to speak, to build, to let go, and to believe. Not because everything is certain, but because your light is. So Leo, breathe deeply. Feel the power that's always been inside you, and take that first, beautiful, unstoppable step before you go. If this message resonated with you, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future insights crafted to light up your path. And let's start planting powerful energy right now. Comment below, I step boldly into my destiny, because just by speaking it, you begin to live it. Your time is not coming someday. Your time is now. Let's walk this extraordinary path together.